But it's a case of, making sure if you are attracted to a person, you just register that, okay, this is an attractive person. I'm gonna not make jokes. I'm not gonna, you're more professional. So I tend to relax more. I tend to be more, maybe more make a joke or something with somebody who there isn't an issue there with attraction. Okay, but when there is, I tend to be more serious. So then what you do is you go, okay, I'm just here to help them. So sometimes you need to do that. You need to just go, okay, what am I here for? I'm here to help this person. Okay? So it's about having your focus, and it's not a nightclub here. It's not a flirtatious kind of place. Okay? All right, so even though we might have that tendency naturally, and that's in all of us, we have to actually discipline that. Okay? So that to me is what being professional means. It means disciplining that flirtatious. It's like putting that area, even though yes, it's a part of all of our lives, in the classroom and in the treatment, we have to not bring that into it. We also have to know when the person's doing that to us, how to act, and to keep the energy not sexual or romantic. Okay? So oftentimes that will happen where a person, will come on to you or will make some sort of thing where they and you have to be able to, again, make it so that you're creating boundaries. Okay? So everybody does that in a different sort of way. Again, in our classroom, I don't, we don't want, we expect certain standards. We don't massage near a woman's breasts, okay? There's times where we do work occasionally through here. We always keep the breasts covered. We keep the groin covered in both men and women, and the buttocks covered, okay? I don't do like some massage, they do like open palms on the buttocks. I tend to find that's, again, can be too sensual. So we do just like elbows and things like that, pressure points, usually through a towel. All right. Again, that's something I changed in my style as I went along. You'll see in some of the videos that I used to do, maybe there was working through, and in different styles, like in Hawaii, of course, they do massage, the whole long stroke right up the body, and there's benefits to that, but in our style, we've gone more conservative, okay, just to de-emphasize any, to keep professional boundaries more strong. All right? So we keep the breasts covered, we keep the groin covered. We don't go too high up the inner leg, except there is, as advanced practitioners, we do work up through here, and there's a point right in the groin that we work up, okay? But in general, you would only do that with somebody that you had a very trusting relationship with, and usually after several treatments. Okay, or you're more advanced. You don't do that as part of a standard treatment. I know anybody who's been to Thailand, you get massage and they work right up here, right into your groin, as part of the standard treatment. And there is benefits to that. Okay, but for a lot of people that's quite invasive. Okay? So as part of a standard treatment, we don't do that. But as I say, there are cases where we would, because there is a band that runs right up through there. But just in the beginning. Again, but that's not an area you just work with. It's like a kind of person needs to feel that they've given you their permission to work in there. You can touch person in an area that makes them feel uncomfortable, or it's the way you touch them. It's the energy with which you're imparting when you touch a person. All right? I've had to kick people out of my classes before for violation of that, where we're continually having where the person just makes everybody feel uncomfortable in the way that they're touching them or where they're touching them. One of the most important things about massage is always make a person feel safe with you, okay? And you have to have that empathy and tune into the person, okay? And as you make them feel safe, then maybe that, you need to work right into their groin, they'll feel, and that's okay. But they give you that permission, either nonverbal, you have to be very, very, good empathy, you can tune in, go, I feel there's a trusting relationship here, you understand, I'm trying to help you, I'm not, using that, because I've seen a lot of sleazy massage therapists use things like, I need to work here, I need to uncover your woman's breasts in order to work, and they use, like, I've seen a lot of tricks over the years and heard about a lot of tricks that people use. They take out their own desires, and they use the profession to do that. So they're like what we call wolves in sheep's clothing, because they're misusing the whole profession in order to get their own desires met, So that can take many different forms. I've had it happen to me where people do that, and they do different things to try and, it's pretty disgusting. I felt pretty gross, Violated, exactly. All right, so the bottom line when it comes to professional ethics is you should never make a person feel uncomfortable. If you're making a person feel uncomfortable, in my opinion, you're doing something wrong. Okay, and you got to pull. If you start to feel maybe that you should start to sense it. Like maybe a person will start to give you a sign, or maybe you're coming too close, and that could be different for different people, you know. And you should start to go, okay, you know, I acknowledge that sign that you've given me, you know, and I'm pulling back, you know, okay, yeah, maybe, you know, whatever. For some reason, you know, I can see I'm making you feel uncomfortable. I'll pull back. That's how there should be. You know, you need to have good empathy and good intuition and be able to work like that. But some people don't. They're using and they think that, you know, they have this mentality of I'm going to enjoy massaging this person. You know, I sometimes hear people go, oh, I like massaging, you know, guys might go, I like massaging good looking, you know, oh, she's hot, I want to massage her. Or girls go, oh, he's hot, I want to massage. You know, it's all about, it all becomes about them and how much they're enjoying massaging the other person. You know, and then, oh, I don't want to massage them, they're fat and ugly, you know. And so really, that's not the space you should be coming from when you massage. The space you should be coming from is care. You should be going, I care, you know, I care about this person. It's not about you, you know? And that's when you do good massage. All right? So people who get really caught up in that space, it's all about them. They start to violate professional ethics, and they start to make people, it's a form of like sexual harassment or violation. Okay? So having your professional ethics down, the bottom line is don't make people feel uncomfortable. If you're making people feel uncomfortable, you're doing something wrong. You can have all the excuses under the sun, but you're doing something wrong. Okay? You should have intuition and empathy, and first of all, make people feel safe and secure. Second of all, in my form of massage, we don't massage near the breasts for that reason, even though you could say there's legitimate reasons for massaging the breasts. To me, that's a different, you know, treatment. Some massage schools do teach that. I find it, again, it's not, it produces too much sexual energy in a massage. Or, you know, for some people it can. And I've had it where women have complained to me about other women massage. Some women think, oh, it's okay for a woman to massage another woman's breast. Not all women feel that way. Okay? So it's not just that. So sometimes I err on, where I teach massage, I'm very conservative. Okay? So I err on the side of very, very important to make people feel comfortable. I've seen massage schools in the US and they do all totally nude massage and they have all this sensual music playing while they massage and things like that. I don't do that because I think it leads to a lot of problems. So there are other people that teach differently, there's other styles, and there's other traditions. Like I say, in Hawaii,